Hi there. Pardon the fleece, but it is absolutely freezing over here. I won't say good afternoon because it's not. It's dark, dull, dismal, raining, and I'm not feeling very chirpy because I actually went to bed at 3 a.m. yesterday. Or, well, today really, wasn't it? No reason. I was just embroiled in watching things and, doing YouTube, catching up with YouTube, watching things on the TV. And before I knew it, it was 3 a.m. and I thought, time to go to bed. So in consequence of that, I woke up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So now I'm way behind with all the chores I was going to do. But I thought I'll get one chore out of the way. Excuse me while I get me drink. Well, when I say one chore, it's not a chore. It's just a necessity. Fruit cordial with fizzy water. My favourite drink of choice. Right, it's not, like I say, it's not a chore, it's a necessity, but it's going to sound a little bit like I'm reading out the telephone directory. I'm sure that you are all aware of all the changes that have been going on with YouTube and everything to do with anybody who might be able to monetize their videos and things like that. So I'm just suggesting that you look at some of these videos I'm going to mention. And if you like the content of them, or you like what they're doing, then please subscribe to them, give them a thumbs up or whatever, because it all helps. I hate to see crafters who may get discouraged because of the fact that they're not going to, or they think they're never going to get to this 1,000 subscriber mark, this magic subscriber mark where you can actually monetize your videos. I think I spoke about it in my last video, or last but one video anyway. There's lots of videos out there from people that I know that will explain it as well. I think I've told you that Zoe 24 Carat Crochet's done one. I know that Karen from Casualistics done one, and quite a lot of other people have done videos explaining. DOY7 Creations has actually done one as well, explaining what the impact is to people who are making crafting videos. And other kinds of videos, don't get me wrong, but we as a crafting community are really only concerned with the crafting ones. And we want to show love and encouragement by subscribing to the people that we like. As I say, I'm going to read out a list in no particular order of the people that I watch that don't hit this magic 1,000 subscribers. I'm not including the ones who haven't made videos for ages, because then it would be forever a long list. All I'm suggesting that is, if you look at them and you're interested, then please subscribe to them and give them a bit of love. Right, the first one I'm going to mention is, of course, Kelly, my friend Kelly. I'm yarn inspired. I'm going to try and put links to these videos in the show box underneath, because I'm not one of these clever crafty people who can write things across the bottom of the screen, so that you could actually look at the what do you call it? I don't know what they call it, but the link that gets you through to the channel. I'm no good at that, so I'll hold my hand up. I'm no good, and I don't want to have to involve poor Zoe into going through the whole of my video writing things underneath. So I'm going to put them in the show notes underneath. Do you know, I really am not awake, am I, today? Anyway, Kelly, as you know, she knits, she crochets, she goes through a phenomenal amount of stuff. She's very, very talented. So, if you show her a bit of appreciation and love. And then another one I'm going to mention is from the US, and I watch her every day without fail, is Kendra. She's got 2 channels. She's got Happenstance and she's got Hooked by Happenstance. I find her funny, she's quirky, she's got, her videos she does go through a phenomenal amount of crochet. And she also sews craft bags and things like that. But I just like her outlook on life. I find her quite amusing, so I watch every day. Random Randy's Ramblings. That's a lot of R's, isn't it? Yes. That is actually a lady called Randy who is married to someone in the armed forces in the US, and she crochets again a phenomenal amount of stuff. She's also a prolific writer if you're into sort of, I wouldn't say it's sort of gothic dark sort of literature, but she does write as well, and I find her very entertaining to watch as well. Then of course we've got the lovely Sean, that's S-I-A-N, Sean, who has Sean's Crafty Corner. She does an awful lot of amigurumis. She used to also do the Saturday Live on YouTube, where we all used to sit and chat and have a wonderful time on a Saturday. She's not doing those at the moment, but I believe she's sort of thinking about reviving them in the future. So she's another one I love to watch. Then I've started watching a new lady from Texas. She's called Melody Crochet. Predominantly crochet, although I don't know whether she knits or not, but I've started watching her too. And then we've got the lovely Esmeralda. She's GodRocks2107. She crochets, and mostly I think that's what most of her channels are about, is about crochet. But she does do a lot of crochet, and she's a lovely lady. And then we've got Linda, Crazy for Yarn. Her title is called Linda Crazy for Yarn. She's predominantly crochets, but she does do some lovely quilts and things like that, and she has done other things. I find her very entertaining to listen to, with what she's got to say. She's got this bird called Kiko, and I think her little dog's called Kenzie. I might be wrong or not, but she's very entertaining anyway. Then I've got one of my best friends, Grace, who's over in Texas. She's GB Maltese. The Maltese comes from the fact that she used to have Maltese, or still has Maltese terriers, so that's where the Maltese comes from. She crochets mostly, I think. I'm not sure if she's knitted or not, but she definitely does crochet. She's had a bit of a break recently from making videos because she's had a lot of family things and bereavements and things, but she's now back making videos, thank goodness. So hi, Grace. Then we've got who else but the lovely Rosita from the Philippines. That young lady is so talented. She does crochet, she does beadwork. Oh, the things that she does. She's made some wonderful mandalas. And her link is Cedie Aki. That's C-E-D-I-E, and it's A-Q-U-I. And she also videos are labelled Gantil Sierra or something, Gantilli Sierra, which I think means crafting in Filipino. But that girl she can do anything. She looks at a photograph of an amigurumi and she creates it without a pan. She does everything without a pan, and she turns out some fantastic work. You need to look at her. Then I've got another lady who hasn't made videos recently. I don't know for what reason, but she does design some gorgeous shawls. She's called Lorraine Pugh. That's P-U-G-H, and she lives on the island of Cyprus. She has made some lovely shawl patterns, lovely crochet shawl patterns. So you need to take a look at her. And now I've got a young lady who's just come back making videos after an absence of some time. That's Nicole. She's addicted to yarn. But the 2 is the figure 2, not the word 2. Addicted to yarn. And then next who I watch is Denise. That's Deer Designs. And that's deer as in the animal deer. She crochets mostly. She does all kinds of things. She's done amigurumis and shawls. And at the moment she's doing a lot of baby items because she's about to become an auntie, which she's very, very thrilled about. So I do watch that. Another lady I watch who's sort of a bit of a mixed bag is a lady called Christine 7043. She has a boutique called La Unique Boutique. She also works full time as well, so when she finds time to do all what she does and open the shop, I do not know. But I love watching her because she'll sew, or she repurposes things. You know, she adds her unique twist onto already sewn things, or she sews things, and she's always altering things. And she also does crochet, and again she's got her own spin on crochet, her own design. She adds these touches to things, and I like to watch her because I find it fascinating what she does do. Then we've got Shirley. She's Jones, Blues and Jam. She doesn't do an awful lot of crochet or knit, but she does try, don't you, Shirley? You do try a lot. And she's also converting her van so that she's going to be able to travel in it and go and visit little places to see. She wanted something to do. She was bereaved, and it was, you know, very sad for her, obviously. And so she's making this van so she can go touring in it when it's finished. I don't think it's quite finished yet, but it's on the way. And then another one I watch is Sissy Knitting and Crochet. She's called Kim. She does an awful lot of reading. She does a lot of crochet, but as she's got 3 children and one of them is just a baby, he's not long been born, she doesn't find an awful lot of time to do a lot of crochet, but she does do crochet. And then I started watching another lady. I'm not sure what her name is, I've forgotten, but the channel's called Love Charlie Crochet. She's only been making videos since July of last year, obviously, so she hasn't made an awful lot, but I have enjoyed watching her. And then I've got 2 ladies who do actually reach the 1,000 whatever it is subscribers, but may not have the views, so I would suggest that you do take a look at them anyway. That's Kim. She's Blue Crochet. No, she's not Blue Crochet. She's Blue Cherub 82, and she makes absolutely fantastic amigurumis. I don't know how she has the patience for them, and she just looks at things again and makes these amigurumis. And you know, although I will not make an amigurumi, as you know, doesn't mean to say I don't like them and I can't admire somebody else's, and hers are really lovely. And then we've got the lovely Karen Hales, who's from Casualistic. She actually has got 1,000 subscribers, but I do suggest that you go along and view her because she may not have the views, you know, in order to qualify. She does a tremendous amount of work for charities. Woolly Hugs is one that I can remember. She is the young lady that I send down any amigurumi patterns that I have in magazines. I take the pages out and send them to her because she's a carer, so obviously doesn't have an awful lot of spare cash. But having said that, she's so generous with her time and her money, you know, making these things, hats, scarves, whatever, shawls, mostly amigurumis that she makes. So she's very, very interesting. Then we've got another young lady who I actually have only just started watching her. I'm not sure of her Christian name, which is very, very sad of me, her first name. She's called No Catchy Name Crochet Talk. And I think it's sort of an unusual name for a video, isn't it? No catchy name. So she does, I think, mostly crochet. We'll have to see. Then I've got another young lady who I've been watching for quite a while. She used to live up in Alaska, but she's now moved south into warmer climes. She's Frances Siple. That's Frances with an E, you know, that's the lady way of spelling it. And Siple is S-I-P-L-E. And she does crochet work and everything. But I also used to love, when she was living in Alaska, that she used to do drives to the gym and things, you know, through the snow and the ice and that. And I find that sort of thing interesting too. Then we've got the lovely Cheryl, who I had the pleasure of meeting when we had the Manchester meetup. I met her along with Zoe and Kelly and quite a few other people. I met them. She is CamCab 147. I'm not sure why it's CamCab, but that's all one name, CAMCAB 147. She knits, she crochets, she does I don't think she does any other crafting apart from knit and crochet. But I find her amusing to watch. And she's a very funny lady actually in real life. And then I've got Smurfy 161. Now Nikki has a lot of health issues, but she doesn't let it worry her. She manages to carry on with her crochet. Again, a lot of it is for charity. She makes cards, you know, and she also does, I think it's cross stitch or things like that. But she keeps herself very, very occupied. She's not one to dwell on her health misfortunes, let's say. She just gets on with life, and I like her attitude. Then we've got Sonia Jones. She crochets all kinds of things. Hats, shawls. She's been doing a lot of those princess-like dress blankets, you know, the ones that look like the front of a dress. She's been doing a lot of those. She's also been finishing off, I don't know what it is, some kind of thing at university. She's been doing a lot of work on that. She also has health issues and things like that. How she manages to get things done, I don't know. She must be a very fast crocheter. Then we've got Hooked on Owls. Again, that's a lady I've only just started to watch. It was recommended to me by other of my crafty friends. I mean, this is the way that it should be working. You know, if you like somebody and you watch somebody and you think that one of your friends is interested in this, they may not have even heard of them. I'd never heard of this lady Hooked on Owls until somebody suggested, why don't you watch her? And I don't think she's got many videos at the minute, but again, she's a very interesting lady. Well, you're glad I've turned the page now. I haven't got as many on this side. We've got Lucy Coates. She used to join us when Sian did the chats on YouTube on Saturdays. Lucy makes a lot of amigurumis too. I think she makes hats and she makes scarves, but mostly she's a crocheter. And then we've got Pink Butterfly. She was another lady who used to join us on these chats that Sian used to do. I'm getting a bit tired of saying this, that Sian used to do on a Saturday night that I used to thoroughly enjoy. I used to get so much crochet done while we were all... Well, I won't say we were chatting, because it was Sian who was doing the chatting and we had to type things in the comments and she used to answer them. Anyway, Pink Butterfly is another lady who makes all kinds of things. She does make a lot of amigurumis, but she also makes other things as well. You'll have to excuse me, my mouth is so dry, I'm going to have one of my favourite potions. In my son's pint glass that he left behind. And he's not having it back because I'm using it more than he does. But as you know, because my hands are so wobble, I have to hold it with two hands. My left hand doesn't have a lot of strength in it, so if I start to hold it, it starts to slip. Yeah. The joys of getting older and being a crafter. Not that I'm blaming crafting for. It's just arthritis. Anyway, we're back to Pink Butterfly. Do you know, I cannot remember the first names at all. Honestly, I am so... You know I'm dumb anyway. You know that. Then we've got Jenny's Creations. She's a lady, I think, in the US, and she makes all sorts of things. I think she also has knitted on a knitting machine as well, if I've got the right lady, but she mostly crochets. Then we've got Candy Goth Creations. Again, she's another lady who used to join me, well, join us on Sian's Crafty Corner. She's does, I think, mostly crochet, but I could be wrong about that. And then there's another young lady, I think she's in the US, she's called Toe Creations. Yeah, you're right, T-O-E, Toe Creations. She hasn't made as many videos lately, I don't know why, but she does mostly crochet and she does crochet hats. If it's the lady I'm thinking of, she started making her videos just so that she could show her grandma what she was making and what she was doing. She wanted to keep her grandma involved in what she was crafting. But of course, being on YouTube, it's evolved that other people besides her grandma have been watching her. And then I've got a guy actually who, I mean, I do watch more guys who crochet and knit, don't get me wrong, but they're quite high up in the thousands, so they don't need my help. It's Jared, who used to be a Franciscan monk, I believe. He's called Hand Me Downs. And I think it's either Hand Me Downs or Hand Me Downs Crochet. It's hand, as in, you know, hands, me as in me, but the downs is DONNZ. Hand Me Downs Crochet. And the last one I'm going to mention, although he's not made many videos lately, if you are watching, is Ephraim Malavi. We're missing you, Ephraim. Ephraim's a very, very talented knitter and crocheter, and he's also a hairdresser too. So I wish he lived over in the UK, then he could do my hair. So having said that, this is not a list of everyone I watch. If I have missed you off, I'm terribly sorry. It's not done deliberately. It's because I've either, shouldn't say forgotten about you, that sounds terribly rude, doesn't it? But you've not sprung to my mind immediately, let's just say. Or I haven't mentioned people who used to make videos and haven't made any for absolutely ages. Because, you know, they're not current, and I wish that they would start making more videos. Quite a lot. I mean, Nicole has started, Addicted to Yarn has made a video, and I hope she continues to pick up the, you know, the pace. And we've got Jenny, who used to be, oh, I don't know, Wish Upon a Stitch, I think she was. She's not made any videos for over a year, so. And this applies to any of you who used to make videos and haven't in a while. There are people out here like me who are missing your videos. You know, I love to watch different videos. I watch my favourites all of the time, but that doesn't mean to say I only watch my favourites all the time. I always subscribe to people so that I get a link that pops up in my email. And if it's a subject that I'm interested in, then I will watch the video. But obviously, sometimes people make videos that I'm not particularly interested in. You know, we all have our things that we like, things that we don't like, you know. So sometimes if a video pops up and it's how I stitch this dress into something else, you know, I might think, nah, I'd rather watch a crochet video, you know. But that doesn't mean to say I would unsubscribe, because they do crochet videos in between, a lot of these people. So, you know, I do still subscribe. I subscribe to, I can't tell you how long the list goes on and on and on who I actually subscribe to. Because I'm nosy and I like to know what the new videos are when they come out. I don't want to think somewhere along the line, oh, I haven't heard from so-and-so in such a long time. And go and have a look and discover I've missed about 6 videos. So this is what this particular video is all about. It's about, if you love someone, if you like watching them, subscribe to them. If you like any of the people that I've said I watch, subscribe to them. If you don't like them, don't subscribe to them. It's not a you must subscribe video. It's not one of those kind of things. Also, if you've got friends and you watch a video that you think is particularly entertaining, particularly relevant to the person that you know, just say, hey, have you watched this video? I thought it was great. You know, pass the love around. This is how we all got known in the first place. I mean, when I started off, I was doing it mostly because I used to have a blog where I had to write. And I got so fed up of typing every day and putting photographs in, well, not every day, but, you know, every week, putting photos in, and it used to take me forever to do this, and then I just got so bored with it. When I watch people's vlogs, like on YouTube, I thought, that looks a lot easier. Looks a lot easier than me writing. Never thinking that I would get, because I never had many people viewing my actual paper blog, if you know what I mean. So when I started this, it was just me, for me. It was kind of like my diary, to remind myself of what I'd made, you know, long after I'd given the things away. And it was only kind of long after I'd started doing my YouTube videos that I actually decided to start a shop. But in the first place, no, I never did anything. It was always for myself or friends or whatever, you know, relatives, charities. As I said before, I used to do a lot for a premature baby charity. But the lady I used to give them to, she retired from the pub that used to collect them. So it just sort of dwindled off. Anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. But my message of the day is spread the love. Too much bitching in this world, isn't there? Too many people riding each other's backs and things like that. And I hope that is not what we do in the crafty community. If you can't say anything nice about somebody's work or somebody's video, don't comment at all. Remember that the person who has made it thinks that it's the best thing ever, thinks it's their best work. It's the best that they can do. So please, don't make a horrible comment like, you've used awful wool, or I don't think it's nice, or it's very loose and sloppy. Please, no. It's not what we're about, is it? We're about praising, we're about encouraging. If you really hate something, then just skip it. Please don't make a nasty comment. It doesn't worry me. If anybody hates anything of mine, it doesn't worry me in the slightest, because I know I love it and I like it and I've made it to my specifications. If people thumbs me down, it doesn't worry me at all, because I think, well, they're entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But all I would say has been, as Linda's, what's she called? Sorry, Linda Crazy for Yarn, is she? Let me have a look. I can't remember. Oh, I can't find her. Yeah, Lindy Crazy for Yarn. She always says at the end of her videos, be nice. So that's my pinch of the day. I'm pinching Linda's saying, and I'm going to say, be nice. Not nasty, be nice. So bye from rainy Manchester in the UK. And I'm going to go now, so bye-bye.